Dynamic Ship Simulator 3's long-awaited and arguably most anticipated update ever is finally here, and with it is the addition of numerous new amazing ships and features. This is a very big update, and in this video I'll be going over all of the things that it has brought to the game. However, do keep in mind that for some of these ships I will only be lightly going over them because I will instead be making individual in-depth videos on them in the near future. But I think it's time for me to get into the video, so with that being said, let me talk about what I believe is the most anticipated ship in DSS history, the RMS Lusitania. The Lusitania costs 30 million credits and has a base speed of 20.3 knots with a top speed of 25.5 knots. It makes an astonishing 22,800 credits per nautical mile by transporting passengers, and it makes the same amount of income per hour that the Ace class Ro-Ro does. So this is now tied with the Ace as the best grinding ship in the game. In not too long, I will be making a video entirely dedicated to the Lusitania, so for now I will only lightly go over it in this video. The Lusitania has a very nice bridge and even has a cafe towards the aft. The Lusitania has an impressive 16 deployable lifeboats, meaning she now has the most in the game. This ship is absolutely beautiful, and I know we are all so excited to have it in the game. Next is the Shamrock 5. This racing yacht costs 100,000 credits and has a base speed of 19.5 knots and a level 3 speed of 24.4. Of course, because its only source of propulsion is its sails, the speed entirely depends on the wind. This yacht was made by Aerozine 50 and it is extremely pretty. Towards the aft is where you can find the helm, and just in front of that is a little seating area built into the deck. And just in front of that seating area is a small stored cutter. This can actually be deployed, which is pretty cool since you wouldn't really think something of this size would have its own deployable. Heading forward a bit more is the very tall mast, and that does bring me to something I would like to talk about. The rigging on this yacht is very pretty. You really have to appreciate all the work that went into it. As of right now, there are no skins for the Shamrock. However, in update 47, she will be receiving some. Up next is the Mariner class Ro-Ro. Like the Lusitania, I will be making an individual video for this ship, so I will only cover it lightly in this video. This ship costs 5 million credits and makes 18,100 credits per nautical mile by transporting of all things rocket boosters. Yes, rocket boosters. You're able to load these rocket boosters from the Ro-Ro terminals. The Mariner has a base speed of 11.9 knots and a level 3 speed of 15. This ship has two interior spaces. Of course, there is the bridge, and you can see that here. However, there is also a huge cargo hold where the rocket boosters are stored. This ship is absolutely awesome and is extremely unique. I personally can't wait to use it more. The smallest boat to be added in this update is the Sea Liner 37, and it was made by Aeronautics. The Sea Liner cost 150,000 credits and has a base speed of 25.6 knots. And if you do upgrade it to level 3, its top speed becomes 32.1 knots. This boat is perfect for if you just want to relax or cruise around. It even has a full interior, with there being a nice living area and a galley. You can also find the main helm area. Up above, there are even more places to chill, with there being a nice seating area and a fly bridge that you're able to control the boat from. The Sea Liner also has 4 skins that each change the top of the boat in some way. The hardtop skin extends the top deck towards the aft while covering the open deck below. The Bimini skin adds a Bimini top up at the fly bridge, providing some protection from the elements. The Bimini hardtop skin combines both of the two prior skins, adding a hardtop at the rear and a Bimini top at the fly bridge. The last skin, Bimini enclosure, adds the hardtop as well as a complete Bimini enclosure that completely encloses the top of the boat. Overall, this is a really nice boat with a lot of cool customization options. Now, the biggest new feature that this update has brought is the replenishment feature, the ability to refuel and rearm other ships while moving at sea. The two ships currently capable of performing this are the new Amsterdam and Berlin class replenishment ships. Both ships perform the exact same statistically, with their only differences being their appearance, in that the Amsterdam has 12 chaff and a Sea Whiz system. Both ships cost 5 million credits and have a base speed of 16.1 knots. And because they are statistically identical, they both have a top speed of 20.2 knots. These ships just look absolutely insane. They're both covered in so many different types of tech and overall just have an awesome appearance. Both of them also have multiple different kinds of new deployables. These ships are both just so cool, and I'll be interested to see how they affect the PvP meta. Of course, I will have more in-depth videos on both of these ships as well as the actual replenishment feature itself coming in the near future. The first true PvP ship added in this update that I'd like to talk about is the Type 23 frigate. It costs 6 million credits and has an impressive base speed of 27.6 knots with a level 3 speed of 34.5 knots. The Type 23 has 200 gun rounds, 8 missiles, 30 torpedoes, 15 decoys, 24 chaff, and 32 VLS. This ship looks absolutely insane and is for sure one of the most detailed warships in the game. In my dedicated video for this ship, I'll go over all of the actual PvP stats as well as give an in-depth tour. The Type 23 does also have the Pacific 24 rib, which is a really cool rib because it has toggleable seats as well as visualized throttle and turning, which are all things we have never seen before. And this rib is super fast, having a top speed of 38 knots. Although I would say it is too early to still tell for sure, I do think that the Type 23 will be a force to be reckoned with. The next PvP ship I would like to talk about is the Niedersachsen class frigate. It costs 8 million credits and has a base speed of 24.2 knots with a top speed of 30.4. For its armament, it has 200 shells, 24 missiles, 30 torpedoes, 15 decoys, 56 chaff, 21 VLS, and 1 Sea-Wiz. This ship is clearly pretty heavily armed and should be one of the best PvP ships in the game. As the same for the Type 23, PvP stats and an in-depth tour will be in a separate video. This is the last of the PvP ships added in this update, which brings me to something I would like to mention. The health of many PvP ships has been adjusted. The Ivar Huitfeldt and De Zeven Provinciën class frigates now have the Oliver Hazard Perry class frigates health, and the OHP now has the health of the old Ivar and De Zeven. This is a massive switch that will most likely have a very big effect on PvP. It'll certainly be something to watch out for in the time after the update. The Type 23 frigate also has the same amount of health as the OHP, and the Niedersachsen is in between the OHP/Type 23 and the Ivar/De Zeven. Now with that out of the way, I have covered all of the new ships in this update. However, multiple ships have also received remodels: the Alabama class container ship, Fitzgerald class Laker, and houseboat. So I'll go over those now, starting with the Alabama. The Alabama class container ship remodel was made by Awesome Gamer 36L45, and because it is just a remodel, all of the stats stay the exact same. This remodel is absolutely insane. The amount of detail on this ship is crazy. The Alabama certainly deserved this remodel, as it is one of the most used ships in the game and is also one of the oldest. This is actually the second oldest ship to ever be remodeled. On screen now, you can see the bridge interior, and like the rest of the ship, it looks amazing. One small thing with this remodel though is that the large rooms on the lower decks have all been removed. However, these rooms were almost entirely empty, so I can't say I think they'll be missed too much. On the bright side, the Alabama now has a pool, and just beside that pool is the Freefall lifeboat, which for the first time ever in DSS3 does actually work. Walking up to the back of it will give you the option to deploy it, and if you do, it will fall into the water and get sent away from your ship a decent bit. The Alabama does also get to keep its two skins that it had prior to the remodel, the refurbished skin and the evergreen skin. This remodel just makes the Alabama so much more pleasant to use, and I absolutely love it. The largest ship to receive a remodel in this update is the Fitzgerald class Laker. This remodel adds a lot of detail to the model while improving a lot on performance compared to the old model, which had gained a reputation of being quite laggy. This remodel also keeps the extra interior that the old model have while even adding new interior rooms at the stern. This ship will be the only remodel I give a dedicated video to, so make sure to watch out for that. But this new model is really quite cool and has a lot of cool Easter eggs inside of the interior. The last vessel I will be talking about in this video is the houseboat, which is also the last vessel to receive a remodel. The houseboat has received a full remodel by Fidget Stars. This boat has a very nice wooden interior, and in the main area you have the living area, dining area, and a kitchen. You can also find the first place you're able to pilot this boat from. Going down the hallway, you'll find many different rooms. The first room on the left is a small closet, and inside you can find what is supposed to be a stick of dynamite, flex cock, an obsidian block, and some other white object. And yes, those are actually what they are supposed to be. The next room on the left is a bathroom, and the room on the right is a nice little bedroom. The final room on the left is one more bathroom, and the two rooms at the end of the hall are two larger bedrooms. Both of these rooms exit out to the stern, where you can find a spiral staircase going up to the top deck. You can also find the outboard motors back here, and these are actually animated. Up on the top deck you can find a slide, seating area, and even a nice hot tub. At the front, there's a small outdoor kitchen area as well as a seating area. You can also find the fly bridge up here. There's also stairs that go down to the front of the boat. The front doesn't have a whole lot, but it does have a covered up grill. This remodel is just really nice and was certainly needed. The houseboat is actually the oldest boat to ever receive a remodel, and I think it looks great. The last thing added in this update is more precise color customization options for people with the extra ship customization game pass. Now on a few ships you have the option to color more precisely than ever before. There are multiple ships that have this, and I'm not going to go over each one, but an example I would like to show off is for the Ace. You can now customize the color of the A on the side of the Ace's hull independently, which can even allow you to make a solid color hull if you make the A the same color as the hull itself. So as you can see, there's a lot of pretty cool opportunity here. And with that new coloring system out of the way, that concludes my Update 46 overview. As I said though, I will be making many more videos on this update where I will cover the ships much more in depth, so make sure to look out for those. This update has added a lot of cool new stuff, and I hope you all have enjoyed it as much as I have. If you did enjoy this video, a like and subscribe would be greatly appreciated, and my Discord server is linked in the description for anyone who may be interested. But until next time, I will see you all later. Bye!